Coventry registration on that. Richard, I cannot thank you enough for your unbelievable knowledge, your composure to commentate 70 cars. We do this for a living. Let me shake your hand. That was absolutely fantastic. Richard Bedell, taking us through the 70 cars.
And, it's been a pleasure.
It's well, we look forward to seeing you again any time when we have some Land Rovers going up. Richard Bedell,
thank you,
ladies and gentlemen, talking us through the 70 Land Rovers and Range Rovers that are going up the hill here. Now then, this is part of the a challenge for somebody to buy a car, and for the least amount of money, £1,000, keep it going. Sponsored by Shell. Shell have been behind this project. Martin, you're a demon at buying the right car at the absolute right price. This is right up your street, is it not? Come on, Mr. Haven. You got us back from Le Mans. It was perfect.
I've come in my daughter's 1.2 Corsa because my Bangonomics Mercedes doesn't have any brakes. So yeah, Bangonomics is very much what I believe in, but occasionally you do run into technical problems. So this £1,000 Shell challenge, he's bought himself a Volvo V70 on a T, as you can see, taxed and tested, I hope. Let's catch up with the owner and find out exactly how it all came about.
My name is Sam, and I run a YouTube channel called Seen Through Glass. Most of the time, you'll find me filming supercars or motorsport, but in the build-up to this year's Goodwood Festival of Speed, I teamed up with Shell V-Power. Together, we wanted to prove you can get excitement and enjoyment out of any car as long as you gave it the right care and attention. So Shell told me to go out and buy a car for £1,000, which they would then give me a number of challenges to complete in. If I was successful in completing all those challenges, I would get a chance to drive that car up the iconic Goodwood hill climb. So I went out and bought a 1999 Volvo V70 in dark green. I've since named that car Ivan, and Ivan and myself have completed a number of adventures and challenges, including driving across the British countryside, going into central London to garner public reaction, and even going up against one of the biggest and best supercars on the market today. Well, I'm pleased to report that I successfully completed all of the challenges that Shell V-Power set me, and today I'm getting the chance to drive my trusted little Volvo up the hill climb. A huge thanks to Shell V-Power and Goodwood for allowing me to do this. If you want to see any of the videos from this week's challenges, head over to youtube.com/seenthroughglass and wish me luck on my attempt up the hill.
Well, good luck, Sam. Looks as though the through the glass, seen through glass Volvo is all ready to go. Now, it's a pretty fine version of Volvo, boxy but safe. V70, the big family saloon and estate. So 2.4 petrol engines. And actually, as far as Bangonomics go, that will go around the clock more times than you've had hot dinners. So that's a pretty fine choice, I think. Not only full of safety, full of comfort as well. It's the V70, the top of the Volvo range as it was then. Very luxurious. And so I just saw Mr. JWW down there as well. So not only is he talking about McLarens, he's also blogging about other bloggers, or vlogging about other vloggers. So this should be not much of a challenge for the Volvo, to be honest. It should be able to do this come rain, shine, hell or high water. It should be able to do this without any major dramas once we get the Formula One safety car out of the way. See, now, that's bizarre. So there I was waiting to go up the hill, Sam will say in his vlog, and I had to wait for the Formula One safety car, the actual Formula One safety car, to get out of my way. Well, the rain, as none of you outside will know, will need any reminding, has now finished. That means that this morning's humidity will now be exaggerated very greatly, as what little water fell immediately tries to make its way back up into the air. However, little breath of cooler air will do very well. Those of you looking at the big screens, the Volvo just waiting by the start line, which includes a yard of bricks brought over from Indianapolis a number of years ago, which remain part of the start line. And of course, the Indianapolis Trophy, the Borg Warner Trophy, will be brought out from the house to the carriage turning circle. So you can enjoy a little bit of jazz from the jazz band and get up close and personal with a trophy that very few people have ever had their name signed on. So here is Sam, our YouTube vlogger. And that is a very fine example. He's actually chosen one that doesn't look scabby, or well, it's got a few little matte patches, but that's only to be expected of the car of its age. 20 years on plus. And I would think that for £1,000, you'd expect something that's got about 110, 120,000 miles on. Probably got a pretty decent service history. You absolutely can't go wrong with that. So if the current Haven Mobile, the E-Class, decides that it's dead, I'll be happy to go and have a quick look on eBay for some Volvo. So no major drama getting it up the hill. Looks like he survived his cross-country chips and Central London. Central London, of course, the deal there is not can it deal with the speed, but how is it overheating in traffic? Is it going to do a top gear and lose its lunch all over the street? The answer is no. Luckily it didn't. These things are built of sterner stuff, like all modern motor cars. As long as the electronics keep going, pretty much everything else does. A little breath of fresh air. I've opened the window in the commentary box, which is very nice. Now we've got a quiet road car meandering up the hill. We don't need too much. South Downs were a little misty this morning. I think they're a little misty right now as well. But other than that, perfect conditions. Now what this will do, of course, is mean that we've had a little light dousing of the track, so anybody who's thinking of having a bit of a practice to go for some times will have to be a little bit more circumspect. Anybody who's just planning on being a hooligan, the donuts in front of the house will be even easier to provide. So thumbs up from Sam, our driver.